I could get close to the UF record. The UF record is like 13 and a half.
What's Nick know, boys? He's been going to a lot of practices as of late. I mean, that was from the clouds.
I feel real good about us attacking the pass. I think we're going to have one of the best pass rushes in the country.
After years and years and years of talking about believing, of not believing in the defense, I'm a believer now.
%62% of last year's defense is returning. Gators went from allowing 27.3 points per game up until the bye week, and then 13 points a game after that bye week. Can Florida carry that defensive momentum going into next year? Dave, let's start with you.
Yeah, I think so. After years and years and years of talking about believing, of not believing in the defense, I'm a believer now. I think they found their stride last November. Ron Roberts making that switch to being the primary play caller, I think did so much. I mean, you could see it. It wasn't, an immediate part of what we saw against LSU and Ole Miss. It took some time to get there, but you did see it once that first bye week, and you saw. Now, I think some offenses that they played into it too. UCF, Tennessee's offenses weren't that great, but then you played Georgia and you turned over Carson Beck. But the games like Tennessee, the games like Georgia, where you saw the defense play better, but the team came up short anyway, you started to see it. And then after the shellacking and, in Austin, you get your pieces back with DJ coming back on offense. But then, you're able to come up with something against LSU and Ole Miss. So there were signs that it was turning around, and then November came and we absolutely saw it. So I think they do pick up where they left off. And I think it's just a defense that is going to show a lot of what they showed in November.
What do you got? Can Florida keep their defensive momentum going into next year?
I hope so, in the words of Kodak.
I hope so.
I think they do, man. I'm excited about the defense just as much as I'm excited about DJ Lagway. A little concerned at the secondary safety spot, but a good pass rush just fix a lot of your safety problems. Even if we go young, I just think, man, that front seven is going to be so much pressure. I feel real good about the defensive tackle position, while there was some concerns because of who we lost to North Carolina and, Shivers being dismissed from the team. But when you look at the bones of it, we have a lot of size. We have some depth getting past, the Banks of the world, and also Jamari Lyons behind those guys. We have solidified defensive tackles. So I feel real good about us attacking the pass. I think we're going to have one of the best pass rushes in the country between Grubbs, the freshman Jaden Woods. We already seen what Tyreek Sapp brings to the table, and I think we're gonna have one of the top 20 defenses in the country is where I got us at.
Nick?
Yeah, I think this is a top 20 defense. I think it'll be interesting to me. I've got that LSU game circled. That'll be a huge game night in Death Valley. The other big one, I think there's a lot of veterans that came back. Like Marcel Reed made Florida look bad last year. Going to College Station, getting a chance at him, you're going to have to keep him contained. He's a significantly better runner than he is a passer, probably below average as a passer, so you need to keep him contained. I think George Gums is going to lead. That was probably to save that for the Super Chat, but I think George Gums will lead the team in sacks. Tyreek Sapp. You just have a ton of guys. You're going to get LJ McCray back at some point during the year. Mekhi Barrow, Brian Taylor, Caleb Banks, and Jamari Lyons. I think that's a solid four. Jeremiah McLeod has had a really great camp. You're 4 or 5 deep at linebacker. I think you have – I'd put Florida's 3 starting safety or starting cornerbacks. You can throw in Sharif Denson at nickel up with anyone else in the SEC. Like, I think this defense has a chance to be really, really good. Like Corey said, top 20 defense in the country.
So, look, I think for me, a big thing that I keep saying is I think the returning production is a big one, but more so the fact that we have a coach for every position. We've got a safety coach. We've got a linebacker coach. We've got a cornerback coach. Everyone has a job. I feel like this defense, the entire time that Billy has been here, has been tossed around, one from defensive coordinator. So we're going back-to-back years now with a healthy transition. Because even last year, even though Osman Armstrong held the title, there clearly wasn't a seamless transition from year to one to year two. He came in to babysit, and there was a hiccup there. And not only do we have a seamless transition of a guy taking over, you're having coaches in every position group. So something does happen in the middle of the game, you're not having 3 coaches trying to manage all these players. I think that's going to be the bigger factor, on top of just the fact that these guys we've got a lot of top NFL talent that will be there as well.
Tyreek Sapp, 10.5 sacks, over, under. Gators have not had a player since 2018 get more than 10.5 sacks in a game. For a quick bonus point, does anybody know who it was without looking it up?
Jacob Light?
2018. I was about to say Jacob Light.
Dave wins. Quick off the dome. Over, under, Tyreek Sapp, 10.5
My mic
sacks.
was muted. I said it first, but I was muted.
Very good.
Yeah. Lip reading. Definitely heard that. Yeah.
I saw you say it too, Nick. We were first. It was close between me and you.
All right, I'm turning the camera off.
I'm gonna go under. Under for Sapp. I think he's right around. He had 7 last year. I think he's right in that 7 to 10 range. I think he will have the opportunities because you have other guys on the other side. Like, you're going to get one-on-one opportunities. I just think I've seen a little bit more speed and explosiveness from George Gums. Like, watching practice, like, there's times where both Tyreek and George are just like, they're ruining what the offense is trying to do. And it's almost like, hey, you guys, like, take a beat, take a break. We need to get, like, the offense in practice. Like, George Gums, I think, has had a phenomenal camp. He's my pick to lead the team in sacks.
George Gums, okay.
I'm gonna go under. In the same breath, it's not to be negative, but I just think there's a lot of other talent that will have the ability to eat. I think these guys are on a team mindset. I remember, I think it was Princely on, and we talked about him chasing the number 10. And his, again, just very me first player, which is fine. But I just don't think that team is in that mindset. I don't think he'll focus on it. If it gets close, I think that things will change. But I don't think that's the agenda. So I think it's for good reason he doesn't get the over, because everyone else is going to be eating.
I'll just repeat that pretty much. I'm on the same. I'm on the same. That gets 15 there. Hey Nick, I did want to bring up. Do you? I guess I'll just turn the question around, since you're saying maybe Gums leads. Do you think Gums would get over 10.5 then?
Yeah. I think Gums.
Okay.
I think Gums could get close to the UF record. The UF record is like 13 and a half.
What's Nick know, boys? He's been going to a lot of practices as of late. I mean, that was from the clouds. What?
It's not what I was expecting at George Gums' historic season. I mean, I was expecting big things, but
holy
George Gums a freak.
Up your George Gums Heisman bets, boys.
First rounder,
Drive
he's saying.
over to the Hard Rock. Get your plus 500,000 George Gums Heisman.
Once NIU wide receiver, first round ballot Hall of Fame edge rusher. I mean, come on. Did you see it? Put it on your bingo card. 700 strong, boys. Let's get it.
All right.